is there any like specific scripts that you've gotten that maybe like surprised you? Like, oh wow, this role is like, you know, something I didn't expect it to be. Or and then kind of going off of that, is there like a favorite role that you've done that just has been like really special and close to your heart?
Well, I started doing anime when I was 17 or 18, like right before I turned 18, when I graduated from high school, and signed up for college and was like, well, I guess I don't get to be an actor anymore because I was going to school full time, and then I would like leave during lunch and go do voiceover commercials or be gone for a week and shoot an episode of fill in the blank, whatever came up. But I was like, well, now it's time to grow up, and I guess I'm not going to get to be an actor full time. And then my first week of college, I had an audition at Funimation. I was like, man, it'd be pretty cool if I got to do this. And I booked a lead in this show called Peach Girl. I had no idea that it was anime, because my experience with anime was Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Sailor Moon. That's what I thought anime was. And so I remember working on the show, and I was like, so what are we actually doing? Because, I mean, it looks kind of like anime, but obviously it's not, because it's not Dragon Ball, Pokemon, or Sailor Moon. And I remember the director was like, no, it's anime. I was like, oh, cool. So we worked on the show. We're working on it for a couple months, and he said, we're going to fly you to Anime Boston. We need you to sign autographs and promote the show. And I said, why would anyone want my autograph? They don't know. The show isn't out yet. I don't understand. They're like, no, people know about this show. It's been out in Japan. Okay. Well, why would anybody want my autograph if it's already been out in Japan? And they're like, no, it's going to be fine. I was like, so I go to Anime Boston. It's my first experience in an anime convention. Went with my mom, since still 17. And I like remember going downstairs to the lobby and seeing all these people cosplaying, going, what is this magical world? What is, and I remember the first day walking around in the vendor's hall, I was like, this is anime? This is anime? It was like Nightmare Before Christmas. What's this? What's this? So all of this is anime? And I remember going back after that weekend, and everybody was so lovely and so supportive of the show. And I was like, you guys, I don't know if you knew, director at Funimation who said a million things, there are lots of anime shows. Like, so many. You should do more of them. They're like, oh, come with us. And they took me down the hallway and introduced me to the other directors. And there were like 6 studios at the time. Now I think there's like 12. And they're working like 12 hours a day. At this point, there were 6 studios. And they were like, she just understands what's happening. And so then after that, I was working at like 5 shows at the same time. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. I could be doing this like all the time for my job. And I remember doing an industrial for Pure One around that time. And Laura Bailey was playing the manager. And she goes, so you need to be working for this company that I work for. We do a lot of cartoons and animation. And I was like, cool, I just started working at a place like that. If there's another one, that would be amazing. Little did I know Laura had told like the producer, one of the head producers at Funimation, you've got to meet this girl, Cherami. And they said, we're already working with her, Laura. And so I got now in trouble with Laura for like not knowing who I was working for, but we had no idea. But I was like, well, thanks, Laura, for like putting in a good word. And then when I moved to LA, she put in a good word again to get me working in another studio. So like she said, yes, it's been amazing getting to work for anime and to know that it's such a huge world. I never thought I would be playing characters that are great with swords and are super and incredible fighters and these really strong, powerful women. The one time I held a katana, I almost cut my thumb off. So like, clearly, it's not my strong suit yet. But I wouldn't have imagined that I would be capable of doing those things if somebody didn't say, yeah, you can do these fighting reactions, you're strong enough, you sound cool, you can do these things. Because my experience as an actor was I would only get cast for what I looked like. And in voiceover, it doesn't matter what you look like. It's what you believe you can sound like and what your voice can emulate. And like she said, if you don't believe you can do it, you're not going to get the job. So you might as well try to find that in yourself. What does strength look like for you? What does a warrior look like for you? And how does that come out of your soul through your voice? And anime is all about which is fantastic. So it's really hard to pick a favorite because they've all come to my life at moments where I needed them. When I worked on Sword Art Online, it was the first time that I was dealing with the death of a loved one, and so I learned how to process grief as Asuna was processing grief, and we did that at the same time. And I've had one of those like perfectly serendipitous moments with every single one of my characters, so picking a favorite is way too hard. Also, like I said, a lot of them are really good fighters, and they all like live in my head, so to upset one of them, be like, oh, I'm not your favorite?
Don't set them off.
Yeah, I don't want to have that sort of pressure.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's interesting to hear that. I mean, it sounds like the surprise of what you had in store for you ended up just making the whole category a favorite.
Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, if somebody told me, like, when I was in high school or when I was a kid, you're going to be doing a lot of work, just your voice, and people are going to want you to travel all over the world, and people are going to care that you're there and want to meet you, I've been like, okay, cool. But, like, you guys are here sitting in a panel, and you want to hang out with us, and this is incredible and super surreal, and it never, I've been going to conventions for over 10 years, and it never gets old. It never gets less magical. I never walk around and go like, oh, cosplay, who cares? I'm still like, look at them, they look amazing. What is this thing? Is this anime too? This is so cool. Yeah, so, and the community is so supportive. Not just the fans and the attendees and conventions, but like the voice actors are so supportive of each other. We're all competing for the same role, but we're still like, yeah, you had that. You had to be this character. We all want to support the game. We all want to buy it. We all want to wear our friends' merch. Like, it's not like that.
The struggle, so it's like, you know, when you see somebody succeeding, I'm sure it's just motivating you and also encouraging just to see that it's like working out. So.
Yeah, you don't want to live in the mentality of black.
Yeah.
You've got to, in that way, if you live in the mentality of black, there will be black, always.
Speaking of feeling good about each other, I just want to say Erica Lindbeck's one of my besties. Futaba, I see you back there. I took a picture and I sent it to her. I was like, thinking of you. She texted me back. She's like, oh, I've been replaced.
Oh, she's like, oh, man.
She was.
Well, speaking of the fans, why don't we open up the floor? If